blissful life with love and gratitude to all. Today, I am going to talk on the topic awareness. This topic has its root in spirituality. Hence, it's a subject more of experiential learning than discussion. Therefore, to make it simple, I am trying to explain the topic with some examples and giving some background. You are requested to listen and not just hear. Also, do not fast forward the video if you want to do some value addition. So let me get started. Most of the time we are asleep. Even when we think we are awake, we are not. Just by opening of eyes, don't fool yourself that you are awake. Unless the inner eyes open, your inside becomes full of light. Unless you see yourself who you are, don't think that you are awake. This is the greatest illusion in which we all live. Silence is the space in which one awakens, and the noisy mind is the space in which one remains asleep. Sitting silently, if the mind disappears and you hear the chattering of the birds, total silence inside, and there is no mind functioning, in such a condition, awareness arises in you. It does not come from outside, but within you. It grows within you. Most of the times, we go on living absolutely inattentive to what is happening around us. Yes, we have become very efficient in doing things and don't need any awareness to do it. We function like robo, like a machine. If you don't believe what I am saying, just try to be watchful of all your activities. You will understand how mechanically you behave. Even animals are more alert than humans. Observe a bird sitting on a tree. How intelligently he goes on watching all that is happening around. You try to move towards the bird beyond a certain space. You take one more step, it flies away. Let me explain further with respect to knowledge, alertness and watchfulness. When you become the mind, you lose consciousness. It is the knowledge that keeps you asleep. More knowledgeable, more asleep. It is observed innocent villagers are far more alert and awake than the professors and pandits. People who work with nature like farmers, gardeners are far more alert than people who work in universities. In spiritual path, it can be said that you are alive in the proportion that you are aware. Awareness is the difference between death and life. If life is the goal, then awareness is the methodology, the technique to attain it. The only thing that has to be learnt is watchfulness. Watch every act that you do. Watch every thought that passes in your mind. Watch every desire that takes possession of you. Watch even small gestures like walking, talking, eating, taking bath. Go on watching everything. Let everything become an opportunity to watch. Continue watching. The moment you forget and recollect, start watching again. It is said, he who watches is clear. Let me explain. The more you watch, the more the clarity. Because the more watchful you become, all the hastiness slows down. You become more graceful. Your mind chatters less. Because that energy is utilized in watchfulness. As more and more watchful you become, mind will get less energy for nourishments. Thoughts will start becoming thinner. Slowly they will start dying. As thoughts die, more clarity comes and your mind becomes a mirror. Do understand, confusion is the root cause of misery, whereas clarity is the foundation for blissfulness. Let me explain with another analogy of water regarding the efforts needed. Just as lukewarm water cannot evaporate, lukewarm efforts to be alert is bound to fail. Transformation happens only when you put your total energy into it. Just as the water flows downward, but when the total energy of heat is put into it, it transforms into vapor which rises upwards. Similarly, our unconsciousness always moves downward, but when sufficient energy of awareness and watchfulness is imparted to it, transformation takes place into consciousness which moves upward. Here by upward I mean your inner inside, and downward means outside world. Awareness means whatsoever is happening in the moment is happening with complete consciousness. You are present there. If you are present when anger is happening, anger cannot happen. It can happen only when you are fast asleep. When you are present, immediate transformation starts in your being, because when you are present, aware, many things are simply not possible. All that so-called sin is not possible when you are aware. So in fact, there is only one sin, and that is unawareness. Let me explain with a short story. Once a person came to Buddha and asked, "Is there some possibility of my growth? But let me make one point clear, that I am a thief and cannot leave it. This is my condition. Rest, whatever you say, I shall do it." Buddha said, "Why are you afraid? Who is going to talk about your being a thief?" The thief said, "But whenever I go to a monk, to a religious priest, or to a religious saint, they always say, 'First stop stealing.'" Buddha laughed and said, "Then you must have gone to thieves. Otherwise, why should they be concerned? I am not concerned." The thief was very happy. He said, "Then it is okay. It seems that now I can become a disciple. You are the right master." Buddha said, "Now you can go and do whatsoever you like. Only one condition has to be followed. Be aware. Go break into houses, enter, take things, steal, do whatsoever you like. That is no concern to me. I am not a thief. But do it with full awareness." The thief couldn't understand that he was falling into the trap. He said, "Then everything is okay. I will try." After 3 weeks, he came back and said, "You are tricky, because if I become fully aware, I cannot steal. And if I steal, awareness disappears. I am in a fix." Buddha said, "No more talk about your being a thief and stealing. I am not concerned. Now you decide. If you want awareness, then you decide. If you don't want it, then too you decide." The man said, "But now it is difficult. I have tasted it a little, and it is so beautiful. I will leave anything, whatsoever you say, but want awareness." So friends, what do we understand from the story? That if we are fully aware, we cannot commit any sin. Now let me talk a little about mind and spirituality. Mind is always either in the past or future. It cannot be in the present. It is absolutely impossible for the mind to be in present. When you are in the present, the mind is no, because mind means thinking. And how can you think in the present? The present has no space for mind to function, which is available to it while being in the past or future. The present is just a dividing line between past and future. It has no space. Thoughts need space to think. They are just like things. Thoughts are not spiritual. because the dimension of spiritual starts only when there are no thoughts. When you are present without thinking, you are being spiritual. A new dimension opens, and that dimension is awareness. Awareness means to be in the moment so totally that there is no movement towards the past, no movement towards the future. All movement stops. It doesn't mean you become static, but a new movement starts, a movement in depth. When you move from one thought to another, you remain in the world of time, which is motivated to achieve something like money, prestige, power, and this movement means asleep. But if you move into the moment, not into thought, you move into eternity. This is unmotivated movement, means awareness. You move because to move is sheer joy. You move because movement is life. You move because life is energy and energy is movement. You move because energy is delight, not for anything else, not for any goal or achievement. There is no goal outside the movement. It has its own intrinsic value. Do remember a point. The existence, the creation has its own plan. It is wiser than you. The whole has to be wiser than the part. Anything that exists here and now. It cannot exist otherwise. Please see the sketch on your screen. The horizontal line on the cross refers to the world and the vertical line refers to God, where both lines meet at a point that is here and now. From here and now, you can go for two journeys. One journey in the world, in the future, the other journey into God, into depth. Remember one thing, the more and more you are aware, more and more alert and sensitive you are to the present. Now let me explain the importance of awareness as a single prescription. Suppose there are 1,000 persons fallen asleep and they have 1,000 different dreams, and you ask how to get rid of all these dreams. The medicine will remain the same. Wake them up. The prescription is the same. We can call it awareness, we can call it witnessing, we can call it meditation. All are different names for the same medicine. As awareness is experiential and is to be understood, non-verbal experience is really an experience. Verbalization means escaping from experience. Friends, this topic has more to do with experiential learning. Therefore, I have tried to give few examples and to explain you how can you enhance or fully be aware. Let me summarize for you in short few of the points. Silence is the space in which one awakens. Awareness arises in you. It does not come from outside, but within you. It grows within you. If life is the goal, then awareness is the methodology to attain it. It is said, he who watches is clear, brings clarity. Time is the world and eternity is God. One cannot commit sin if one is fully aware. The last point, non-verbal experience is really experience. Verbalization means escaping from experience. In short, only when you reach no mind condition, witnessing starts and awareness rises, and this will increase if you remain silent internally and do not have a self-talk. Friends, I would like to stop here. See you again next time with some different topic. Till then, take care of yourself by being alert and aware of all your activities in life and live a blissful life.